Hello. Are you a self-employed individual paying way too much in income taxes? I'm Dove with D. Lively in Accounting. I have been doing income taxes and accounting work for over 15 years. I specialize in the independent contractors and the self-employed individuals. And I have so many clients who pay way more in taxes than they should because they didn't keep track of expenses or they didn't know what expenses to keep track of. So today let's talk about 4 common expenses that you can take off of your taxes if you're a self-employed individual to put more money back into your business. Let's get right into it. Okay, so number 1 is phone expense. So about half the people get this one, the other half don't, so we're going to talk about it. All right, phones are such a huge part of everybody's lives these days. We do everything on them, and yet somehow we still kind of forget about them. So if you use your phone for business purposes, right, you're calling clients, you're emailing them, you're taking pictures and posting them online of your merchandise, all the different ways that we would use our phones for business purposes, then at least a portion, a portion of your phone bill and the cost of your phone in the year that you buy it could be deducted on your taxes because it is a business expense to you. All right, you just have to think about how much you're using it for business use versus how much you're using it for personal use. Okay, so that's where like the portion comes in. You can talk to your tax preparer and they can help you determine, what percentage to be taking off. But that can add up over the year that you have, every month your phone bill. Your phones are not cheap, so it can really help affect and lower your tax liability on your income taxes and save you some money. Number 2 is small tools and supplies. A lot of people always remember, like the big expenses and the big amounts, but they often don't think about the little stuff or keeping track of all the little stuff, a notebook and a pen here, some cleaning supplies over there, box of screws, a hammer. And I don't think about those because they're smaller amounts, okay? But those smaller amounts add up to bigger amounts that can really make a difference on your tax return. If you only spent $7 a week on little stuff, at the end of the year, that's $364. All right, so that $364 could make a difference from being in one tax bracket or another. It can make a difference, okay? So keep track of all the little stuff, even if you don't think they matter, because they add up. Little stuff adds up, all right? Number 3 is vehicle expenses. You use your vehicle for business purposes. You need to be keeping track of your miles. Miles. Keep track of your miles and your actual expenses, which is like your maintenance and repair type stuff, your tires, oil changes, fuel, things like that. You can only take off either your actual expenses or take mileage, whichever one is more advantageous to you. But you need to know what they both are so we can determine which one is best for you, okay? So keep track of your miles. Just get an envelope, and every time you're going out for business purposes, write down your miles. On there, your date and your miles. And then every time you get gas while you're out on business purposes, or you do any receipts for maintenance and repair type items, just stick those receipts in there, and you have everything together, one envelope in your car. You don't got to think about it really that much, okay? So just keep track of your miles, keep track of your actual expenses, give them to your tax professional and allow them to help you figure out what is going to be best for you. It can come out to be a bigger expense, which can really help you reduce your tax liability on your taxes, saving you money for your business. Number 4 is business use of your home. A lot of people think that this is a lot more complicated than what it really is, or don't really think that it applies to them. Business use of your home, if you were using a portion of your home for business purposes, then that applies for you. So whether you have a home office where you work on your paperwork or do your accounting for your business, if you have a storage room where you store some of your supplies for your business, or if you have, or some of your equipment, if you are using a portion of your home for business purposes, then that is a legitimate business deduction for you that you can be taking off of your taxes. Okay, so you just need to determine your square footage that you are using for business purposes and the square footage for the rest of your home. And then provide all the rest of your utility costs for your home. So your electric, water, gas, things like that. And a portion of all those expenses can be deducted off of your taxes for a business expense. And all the business expenses lower your tax liability. And then with a lower tax liability, you owe less in taxes. So business use of your home, if you are using a portion of your home for business, that is a good expense for you to be taking advantage of. Just provide the information to your tax professional and they can help you determine how to do that. They can fill out that form for you and help save you some money to put back into your business. That was 4 common expenses that you can take off of your taxes if you are a self-employed individual. All 4 of those expenses, again, are phone expenses, small tools and supplies, vehicle expenses, and business use of your home. All 4 of those items can make a huge difference on your self-employed tax return. So considering using those if they apply to you. If you have any further questions, everybody's situation is a little bit different. So if you have any further questions, you can always talk to your tax professional. They're usually more than willing to discuss it with you, or shoot me a comment down below. Bye.